Imagine a barren wasteland transforming into a vibrant, lush garden, all with minimal effort from you. This is the magic of low-maintenance gardening, a method that allows nature to do most of the work. We'll introduce principles and strategies that can make this transformation possible in your own backyard. Picture this: a garden that thrives with minimal intervention, a haven for local wildlife, and a source of delight for you and your family. Ready to start your low-maintenance gardening journey? Let's dig in. At the core of low-maintenance gardening lies the concept of working with nature, not against it. This philosophy is beautifully embodied in the practice of permaculture. It's a sustainable approach to gardening that involves designing your garden in a way that mimics the patterns found in natural ecosystems. By observing and learning from nature, you can create a garden that thrives with minimal human intervention. Now let's delve into the specifics. A crucial part of low-maintenance gardening is choosing the right plants. This doesn't mean opting for the most exotic or aesthetically pleasing species. Instead, it's about selecting plants that are naturally suited to your environment. Native plants are a fantastic choice, as they have already adapted to your region's climate, soil, and local pests. This means they require less watering, less fertilizing, and generally, less fussing over. Another smart choice is drought-resistant plants. These hardy species can withstand periods of little to no water, making them perfect for those who want a beautiful garden but can't commit to a strict watering schedule. Succulents are a popular example of drought-resistant plants, but there are many others to choose from, depending on your local climate. Lastly, consider investing in perennials. These plants live for more than 2 years and often bloom year after year with little input from the gardener. They come back each season, saving you the hassle of planting anew. Plus, many perennials have the added benefit of attracting beneficial insects to your garden, contributing to its overall health and vitality. By making these smart plant choices, you're not just reducing your workload, you're also fostering a more sustainable, biodiverse, and resilient garden. So when you're planning your low-maintenance garden, remember to take into account the local climate, the nature of your soil, and the amount of time you can commit to maintenance. Remember, it's not about being lazy, it's about being smart and efficient. You're working with nature to create a garden that not only looks good but is also easy to maintain and beneficial to the environment. So, let's keep digging into the world of low-maintenance gardening, shall we? Healthy soil is the foundation of a thriving, low-maintenance garden. Let's ponder on that for a moment. Like a sturdy house needs a strong foundation, your garden too needs a solid base to support and nurture the plants. And that base is your soil. So how do we ensure our soil is healthy and ready to support our low-maintenance garden? By focusing on 2 key techniques: composting and mulching. Composting is much like a magic potion for your garden. It is a process of converting kitchen and garden waste into nutrient-rich soil. Composting not only keeps organic waste out of the landfill, but also enriches the soil with essential nutrients that plants need to grow. It improves soil structure, helping it retain water and air, making it more resistant to erosion. Now let's talk about mulching. Mulching involves covering the soil surface with organic materials such as leaves, straw, or wood chips. This simple practice has multiple benefits. It conserves moisture, suppresses weeds, and as the mulch breaks down over time, it adds nutrients back into the soil. Both composting and mulching are easy to start and require minimal effort. They are the tools that nature itself uses to regenerate and enrich the soil. By adopting these practices, we are essentially following nature's lead, which is always a good idea. Remember, healthy soil is a living, breathing entity. It's teeming with beneficial microbes, worms, and other organisms that work tirelessly to break down organic matter and make nutrients available to your plants. Investing time and effort into improving your soil's health at the outset may seem like a daunting task, but it will save you countless hours of maintenance down the line. It will make your plants stronger, more disease-resistant, and less dependent on you for their survival. In the end, a garden is a reflection of the care and thought that goes into it. And in a low-maintenance garden, that care and thought go into creating an environment where nature does most of the work for us. Invest in your soil's health, and it will reward you with a flourishing garden. Remember, the foundation of any successful garden is its soil. Make it strong, make it healthy, and watch your garden thrive with minimal effort. Water is life, but too much or too little can be detrimental to your garden. This can be a tricky balancing act, but fear not, we've got some straightforward solutions for you. Consider drip irrigation. It's a system that delivers water directly to the root zone of your plants. This method minimizes water wastage and prevents overwatering. It's a set-it-and-forget-it solution that keeps your garden hydrated without daily intervention. Now let's explore another ingenious irrigation method, the use of olas. These are unglazed clay pots buried within the root zones of your plants. You fill them with water, and the water seeps out slowly, providing a steady supply of moisture to your plants. It's an ancient technique, but it's just as effective today. Remember, your garden doesn't need a flood, it needs a consistent supply of water. These methods help ensure that, reducing the time you spend with the hose in hand. Water wisely and your plants will thank you. The right plant combinations can create a self-regulating ecosystem in your garden. Now let's talk about one of the secrets of lazy gardening: self-sustaining plant combinations. Picture this. You're not just planting a garden, you're curating a community of plants that support each other, reducing the need for fertilizing and pest control. Let's dive into some examples. Have you ever heard of the Three Sisters? It's a Native American planting method that combines corn, beans, and squash. The corn stalks act as a natural trellis for the beans to climb, the beans enrich the soil with nitrogen, and the squash spreads along the ground, shading the soil to prevent weed growth and retain moisture. Another great combination is tomatoes and basil. Not only are they a classic pair in your kitchen, but they also work wonders when planted together. The basil helps to repel pests like mosquitoes and aphids that could harm your tomatoes. For those of you with a sweet tooth, consider pairing strawberries and spinach. The spinach helps to shade the soil, keeping the strawberries cool and conserving water, while the strawberries act as a ground cover, suppressing weeds that could compete with the spinach. And let's not forget about marigolds. These vibrant flowers are a gardener's best friend. They produce a natural pesticide in their roots that deters many pests, and their bright blossoms attract beneficial insects like ladybugs and bees. Plant them around your garden to protect your other plants and enhance pollination. These are just a few examples. There are countless combinations to explore, and the best part is, once you've got these plant partnerships established, they largely take care of themselves. So when planning your garden, think beyond individual plants. Consider how they can work together to create a thriving, self-sustaining ecosystem. It's like hosting a garden party where the guests not only enjoy each other's company but also help clean up. Remember, the right companions make all the difference. A well-planned garden layout can significantly reduce your gardening workload. Let's explore a couple of designs that not only optimize space but also bring down maintenance to a bare minimum. First up, we have the raised bed garden. It's exactly what it sounds like. A garden bed that's elevated above the ground level. The beauty of this layout lies in its simplicity and functionality. You can control the quality of the soil, it offers better drainage, and it's easier on your back too. Plus it keeps those pesky weeds in check. Next, let's talk container gardening. This is perfect for those with limited space or those just starting their gardening journey. Pots, barrels, hanging baskets, you name it, you can plant in it. It allows for flexibility, mobility, and most importantly, it makes plant care a breeze. So, whether you're dealing with an expansive backyard or a tiny balcony, remember this: a place for everything and everything in its place. That's the key to a no-fuss garden. Now that you're equipped with the knowledge, it's time to embark on your low-maintenance gardening journey. Remember, this isn't about letting your garden run wild and hoping for the best. It's about making smart, informed decisions that lead to a garden that's as beautiful as it is easy to maintain. Starting small is the key. You don't have to transform your entire garden overnight. Maybe begin with a container garden or a small raised bed. As you gain confidence, you can gradually incorporate more of these low-maintenance techniques into your garden. Remember the principles we've discussed. Choose plants that are suited to your climate and soil. Invest in building your soil health. Water wisely. Create plant combinations that support each other. With these practices, you'll find that your garden can largely take care of itself. Don't be afraid to experiment. Every garden, every gardener is unique. What works well for one might not work as well for another. So, try different approaches, learn from your successes and failures, and most importantly, have fun with it. Gardening should be a joy, not a chore. With a low-maintenance garden, you can spend less time weeding and watering and more time enjoying the fruits of your labor. You're just a few steps away from a beautiful, thriving, low-maintenance garden. So what are you waiting for? Start your lazy gardening journey today.